What's up? I'm Julio Lopez, and welcome to the Workout Nerd Out. I've got my master's degree in nutrition, as well as being a certified strength and conditioning specialist and a certified personal trainer. So, in my 8 years as a personal trainer, I usually get asked pretty much the same questions. The first one that I usually get asked is, what leg exercises should I be doing? Here are the 3 most important leg exercises that you should add into your workout program. Number 1, the squat. Just think about it. It is the foundational leg exercise. You do squats more often than you think. If you pick up your kids, if you move your furniture, sitting down and getting back up, guess what? You're squatting, and you don't even have to have a gym membership to have to squat. So it's highly effective in working the large leg muscles, and it incorporates the core and knee stability. It encourages hip and ankle mobility that can help carry on through your senior years. So it's not something that is only going to benefit you in your younger years. Even as you get older, being able to squat is going to help you be more mobile as you get older. Other variations of the squat include the front squat. This is a good one. I really like it just because it's really good at reducing the amount of stress that happens in the lower back because you're keeping a more upright posture since the weight, instead of being in the back like you would with a regular back squat, it's now in the front. If you've got a clean grip or a cross arm grip, the weight is resting in front, so you're able to maintain a taller posture. Again, if you're someone that suffers from low back pain, this is a really good option. And it's using less weight than a back squat. The advantage to this is that it's putting less wear and tear on your body. I know a lot of you might be thinking, what? Wait a minute, you're saying less weight is better, but isn't it better to be able to add more weight? That's where research comes in. The research shows that the amount of hypertrophy going on, this is hypertrophy as muscle size growth, that goes on when doing a back squat compared to a front squat are really quite similar, even though you're carrying much less weight with the front squat versus the back squat. And of course, that means less wear and tear on your body, meaning you can do it longer without risking injury. There's also the split squat. This is what Coach Mike Boyle, one of the most renowned strength and conditioning coaches, preaches all the time. And he gets a little controversial about that. He believes in doing split squats instead of back squats more often because his athletes include offensive and defensive linemen. And when you're an NFL lineman, there's a good chance those guys can squat 600 pounds and up. But they're also getting paid millions of dollars. So if they're trying to rack up as much weight on the barbell just to show off, just for their training, they are running the risk of injuring themselves. And if they injure themselves, there goes their playing time. If they're not getting any playing time, there's really no reason for the NFL owners to want to pay them the millions of dollars. So those athletes have to be sure that they're taking care of their body while still strengthening their body. So the thing about the split squat is just one leg forward, the other leg back, and you're bending down. The thing about it is that, yes, you're carrying much less weight. Obviously, it's not an exact science like you would with getting your back squat weight and dividing it by 2 and say, all right, that should be my split squat weight. It's not really that easy. Instead, you're probably going to have to do some discovery training where you're trying to find out what is a good rep range that you want to go for. Because it's using less weight, this means less wear and tear on your muscle and your back. It also helps improve balance. Since you're in a staggered stance instead of having the feet beside each other like you would with a regular back squat or a front squat, now there's the difference of having to balance yourself from side to side movement a lot more than you would with the regular squat. There's also the sumo squat. I really like this one. And the last time that I injured my back, I had to find other different variations of the squats. The back squat and the front squat were actually causing more torque to my lower back than I wanted, so I want to make sure that I could still get a good squatting exercise that wouldn't put a lot of pressure on my lower back. So this was why I did a lot of sumo squats. It's effective in training the glutes and the hip adductors. So by hip adductors, I mean the groin muscles. And because it's training those groin muscles, it's good for preventing groin injuries. If you're somebody that plays pickup games of soccer, basketball, hockey, you're going to want to do those exercises that train those growing muscles, because those are some of the most commonly injured muscles that recreational and professional and amateur athletes are suffering quite often. And then there's the lunge, similar to the split squat, but it adds movement, either a forward lunge where you're lunging forward or a reverse lunge where you're lunging backwards. The movement going forward or backwards, whichever variation you're using, it adds momentum. So your muscles have to work overtime compared to the split squat, because you've got the force of gravity and the momentum and inertia that your muscles have to effectively slow down on the way down in your descent phase, in the eccentric phase of your lift. So you actually do gain more strength by doing so. I don't know if you've ever heard of eccentric training. That's basically you're overloading the amount of weight that you usually do and really focusing on going down super slowly. And that has been shown to be very beneficial for gaining strength. With the lunge, you're not really adding more weight than you would with the split squat. You could use a similar amount of weight as the two, but because there's the added movement that increases the amount of eccentric load, you're actually going to get a better workout. And because the eccentric load is greater and your muscles are going to be fatiguing more than the split squat, you're probably going to have to perform fewer repetitions than you would with a regular split squat. And that's just because your muscles are going to have to work a lot harder and they're going to get tired.